Oh, hi, Dr. Henry. I know mix and match studies are happening right now, and we're waiting results for that. If they don't find any adverse health effects, will people in British Columbia who had AstraZeneca first be automatically given Pfizer or Moderna? Will they be given a choice? Because I do think that there will be some hesitancy for some people to take a second dose of AstraZeneca today.
Yeah, a really good question. And I know some people have concerns about using that term mix and match. And it is something that is an important consideration because there may be benefits to using two different types of vaccines. And one of the things that we are learning is that the AstraZeneca vaccines do seem to have a stronger cell-mediated immunity response, those cells that help us have a long-term memory. So it may be an advantage to have one of each of the types of vaccines that we have available now, but we don't know the answer to that yet. So we are watching those things very carefully. We have studies here in Canada that people in BC are taking part on, but the one that's farthest ahead is the one we've talked about in the UK. So we will be receiving some data, we hope, from that by the end of May, as what it's looking like. So that will help us understand whether there's any advantages or disadvantages, and that will be important. But no, what we will give people is a choice. We know that the AstraZeneca vaccine is a great vaccine and it works well and it stimulates the immune system in a certain way. So people who have received the AstraZeneca vaccine, they can receive the second dose with AstraZeneca, or there may be the option of having that choice of receiving a messenger RNA vaccine as the second dose, and we'll be watching that really carefully. I will say that the risk of this immune response that leads to this phenomenon seems to be primarily with the first dose. There have been a very small number of cases identified after dose 2, but much, much less risk. It seems that if you're going to have that immune response, it happens the first time you receive the vaccine. But we are continuing to watch that as well.
NACI was given information this week on the mix and match vaccines. When do you expect British Columbians, those who have had the AstraZeneca or Covishield for their first shot, when will they have a clear answer about what their booster will be, especially given that you noted we're not expecting a lot more AstraZeneca here in BC?
Yeah, so I did speak to that a little bit earlier. We have had some preliminary results, or some preliminary data, but not results yet from the UK studies. And there's a study continuing in Canada, but it won't read out, as we call it, for some weeks to months yet. So I expect that we'll have some better understanding from the UK study by the end of this month. And as I said earlier, it will be a choice for people. We will ensure that we have enough of the AstraZeneca vaccines so that people have the choice of receiving that as their second shot. We know that there are that it's a very effective vaccine and that the risk of these very rare blood clots are very low. But I'm hopeful that people will be able to have that choice about receiving a messenger RNA vaccine or a second dose of the AstraZeneca.